first day back for Cubs.
Not the best night for Boogie's former team. Anthony Davis, a regular night at the office for him.
Ooh, good hustle.
27.7 rebounds. But the problem with this New Orleans Pelicans team, defense. It's optional. And by optional, I mean it's a turf alert. Huge second quarter for Jake Layman. Say what?
What?
Ooh.
Wait a minute, I didn't know he had hops too.
Yeah, oh, he does. And it's easy when you're on a fast break and no one stops the ball.
I knew he could stop and pop. I knew he could do that.
Isn't that the #1 rule in transition? Stop ball.
Oh,
alley-oop for the dunk,
too? I didn't see that at Maryland.
Jake Layman.
I saw that right there. That's what I saw. Look at the bench. That's what I saw. That's the bench saying, come on, Jake, shoot like that every night.
Second half, more suspect defense from the Pelicans. Damian Lillard taking advantage. Yusef Nurkic, 15, 12, and 5 assists. And Portland builds a 21-point lead. Pelicans can score. Nikola Mirotic trying to bring them back.
Yes. Big fella's been shooting the ball pretty well all season long outside that little ankle injury he had there, a foot injury he had.
But for Portland, just everyone deciding they want to score at any point. 20 points for C.J. McCollum, Booze.
Nice little bounce right in. I got the home bounce right there. Great shot.
Terry Stotts and his squad, they get their 300th win. He's as Portland head coach for Terry Stotts. He's one of 4 coaches with 300-plus wins with their current team, so congratulations to him. And the Portland Trailblazers with the 128-112. OKC this week. We're going to see some talented guards in that one. Cover starts at 7:30 with the Auto Trader pregame show. Brooklyn and Orlando, 2 teams fighting in the East. By fighting, I mean Brooklyn ahead of that. Aaron Gordon taking flight.
Oh, man.
The problem is Aaron Gordon left the game due to lower back tightness. But Mo Bamba, his game's the same that's tight.
He's getting better. Each game getting better and better. D-Load, I see you.
I mean, you say getting better and better. D'Angelo Russell.
He's getting refocused.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's getting refocused, Chris.
That looked like a focused face right there.
Yes.
So Nikola Vucevic going to work inside, tying the game at 113, 30 seconds to go. D'Angelo Russell, focused.
The step back.
Ice more in his vein, there it is.
Yeah.
Ice more in his veins.
You got to have your own thing, right?
That's right.
Evan Fournier looking to match on the other end.
Okay,
pass it to Fournier.
Champagne.
Oh, no.
That champagne don't taste good.
Nope. Nets have now won 7 of their last 9. They're in 6th place in the Eastern Conference. Kenny Atkinson.
Getting it done.
Doing his thing.
Getting it done.
Miami, Detroit. 2 more teams in the mix.
Must see BG's back.
Trying to make that playoff push out east. And there's a theme because Andre Drummond also coming out of this game.
See, that's why I don't go down low too often, Chris. That don't happen to me too often. I'm not normally down there. You see what I mean?
You're here with us now.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Oh, my goodness.
You're too pretty for that.
Oh, man.
Blake Griffin going to have to carry the load. Booze. He's been doing that all season, and it's working out.
Man, playing great. Can handle the ball. You see him there with a step-back 3. Shooting a good clip from the three-point line this year.
32 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist shy of a triple-double. Dwayne Wade, though, answering on the other end, gives Miami the lead in the 4th quarter.
Flash letting us know spin cycle, a little bit left in the tank, Flash.
20 points, 8 assists. We got a 3-point game with 11 seconds to go. Wade gonna get the look.
A little off balance, kind of forced a little bit.
So the Detroit Pistons get the win 98-93, despite the very good game from Dwayne Wade, but the excellent performance from Blake Griffin. Cleveland, Utah. And we're going to say this was a practice session for the Jazz.
Practice.
Donovan Mitchell, he's happy, Booze. You know why? Because he's going to get his numbers early and often.
Yeah, he was playing terrific. You see him going up to the big fella Gobert right there. This one would be a blowout.
And then Mitchell saying, okay, I got to get my numbers quick because he didn't stay on the floor long.
Oh, well, you saw Channing Frye was getting ready to rotate. Well, look at Channing. Oh, never mind. Make this a business decision. That's the dunk champ.
And by stay on the floor, I mean elevate and then get all the points that he needed. Donovan Mitchell, 24 in just 26 minutes. And then Rudy Gobert, another high percentage, easy bucket. And that deficit just elevating for Cleveland.
Well, you know, Bulls kind of teased you a little bit earlier and said this was a blowout.
87-53 at this point. Grace Allen like, hey, where'd he go to school?
Dookie! Oh, Lord.
Kevin Love's like, oh, man. So Utah gets the win 115-99, and this wasn't even that close.
No, I thought Rodney Hood and Alec Burks would bring a little bit more, knowing they used to play for Utah, you know, drafted by them, but not tonight.
So getting back to the Brooklyn Nets and seeing what they're doing under the tutelage of one Kenny Atkinson, it seems as if they've turned the corner. I mean, 24 wins so far this year. They're approaching how much they had the entire season last year and more than the 2 previous seasons before that. They're rolling.
They've been turning the corner, Chris, and stay with me. Now they've kind of turned the bend, if you will, where now they're not giving games back. Remember early in the season, Bulls, where they were giving away 10, 15, 19-point leads. Now Kenny Atkinson has stayed the course and stayed with his guys and kept believing in them. Jared Allen, all the block shots we've seen from the defensive end. Dinwiddie now, you know, getting the new contract, he's playing great. Right. And, of course, our boy Angelo Russell got ice water in his veins. Just happy to see him playing good basketball.
Yeah, no, exactly. The thing about it with them, they're doing a good job of winning the close games. That's what I'm impressed with. That's why you got them in the playoff picture right now. They got a couple guys playing terrific. Their guards have been playing terrific all season. Allen's been doing a good job of anchoring the rim, but they're winning the close games, and that's why they're having the success that they're having.
Yeah, to that point, 9-5 this year in games decided by 3 points or less, and that's something we've seen in the previous seasons. They fight tough, but lose those games. They're finding out ways to win this year. We had some nominees for Courtside Certified. Stay Coogee down to the socks. We see Boogie coming in. That's up next on Game Time.
Injury?
Nasal injury.
Sprain your nostril?
I don't think it was a nostril sprain. I don't think that's an official diagnosis. Nasal injury is what I read. Sprained nostril. All right, that game effectively in the books. This one actually in the books. Brooklyn comes back from 21 down to beat Orlando tonight, 117-115. Let's bring in D'Angelo Russell, who tied his career high with 40 points and joins us from Orlando. And D, thanks for stopping by. You guys, I guess you're used to this by now because I keep telling people you guys play the most entertaining games in the league. It's night after night that stuff like this happens with you. How much fun has this season been?
Man, I appreciate you guys having me. It's been amazing. You know, we got a great collective group of guys, you know, that are, you know, coming together. You know, we know it's going to take all of us to get to where we are today. And we know it's going to take all of us to get wins in this league. It's hard to win in this league, so we know what it takes.
D'Angelo, this is 2 weeks in a row now. I got a chance to talk to you after one of these games, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Is it becoming a thing, too, where the muscle memory for this entire group is now that we can finish games and we can get through these late game situations because you've been through so many of them this year?
Right. Correct. We've, man, honestly, I've been through it my whole career. On the other end of the tail end of games like that, you know, but I've learned from them, you know, and I think we got a great veteran group of guys as well that is appreciating being on the other end. We got guys that have been on it throughout their career, winning those type of games. So it feels good to get that.
D'Angelo, Sean Marks and Coach Atkinson seem like they've really tried to build a culture there where everybody understands that you're going to be bigger than the individual parts, that everybody's going to be willing to sacrifice for one another. And when you guys lost Karis LeVert, I think we've seen you do that, and you've been rallying around one another.
Yeah, like I said, we know it's going to be we as a group to get it done. No individual. Tonight it was I would say it was my night. The night before it was Spencer. The night before Joe Harris. Like we got a great group of guys that confidence is throughout the roof, and coach is preaching it. You know, we're playing for one another, and we want to see each other do well.
Oh, D, I keep calling you guys America's team because you're just that entertaining. So congratulations on entertaining America again tonight and for getting above 500 for the first time this season. We appreciate you stopping by.
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you guys.
All right, D'Angelo Russell with us after a 40-point night and another comeback win for the Brooklyn Nets, who it's been, 4 years since they made the playoffs. I keep mentioning this purgatory period they were in because of the trade that set them back for years. They just had no assets. They couldn't do anything. You got all these guys that they were either taking chances on or trading for different circumstances, who felt like maybe their other team had given up on them. And here they are in the position to make the postseason.
I remember having a conversation with somebody a couple years ago, though. Kenny Atkinson instilled a certain fight in this group and established a certain kind of culture so that when they got to this point, Griff, they would have the wherewithal to battle this way. And they were going around the league a couple years ago, getting their noses bloody, but scrapping. And to me, that says something when you build it like that. They didn't take any shortcuts. They didn't try and, circumvent the process here. And nobody talked about what they're going through in the same manner because you didn't have a Joel Embiid or some kind of superstar to hang your rebuild on. But what they've done is instituted a culture change for the Brooklyn Nets that I think is something that's lasting. This is something you could see going on for years to come as they continue to evolve and get better. A lot of these different young guys playing together, growing together, and figuring it out as a group.
Yeah, they only won 28 games last year, but you've seen over the last couple of years they had a defined style, and they always played hard, no matter who was on the floor and what the talent level was.
Well, and to a huge degree, that's by design on the part of Sean Marks and Kenny Atkinson. And it also is in part because there's no one they had to play.
Right.
They could build a culture of accountability because if you don't do the right things, you don't get on the floor for Kenny Atkinson. And that's a really good thing when you're in a situation where you can reward people that are modeling the behavior and the effort that you want as a coach. It's very complicated to grow a young team when there are people who are, quote, entitled to their minutes. In Brooklyn, it's been accountability from the very beginning, much like it was in Boston when Brad Stevens first got there. And now Boston has overlaid that elite talent, and you saw they came into the year with very high expectations. This Brooklyn team has room for potentially 2 max free agents this offseason.
Right.
And I really believe the culture that they have built is going to speak to the right free agent at the right time.
Sure, the rest of the league has seen how they've gone about this, and these guys have played against them. They know how they play hard. Look, Brooklyn's not a bad place to live. It's a beautiful arena. They got a lot going for them there as well. All right, much more.